Yo, family, high value basketball. We are back once again with the best basketball commentary this side of the planet. You dig? Man, we got to talk about Lonzo Ball real quick, man. I was thinking about something with the guy, and man, if it is the type of comparison that came up to me in my head, I gotta say, man, we already gotta say farewell to a once promising career for old buddy. And I'm not definitely speaking negative or speaking down on old buddy at all, but this is just something NBA comparison speaking that came to my head. So we got everything that's developing with Lonzo Ball. Last season he went down with the injury, with the knee, same nagging injury. And of course, he missed that whole rest of the season, and it definitely kind of tanked the team's potential. And we saw what happened. They flamed out against Milwaukee. So, of course, everybody's thinking, he's going to come back. He's going to come back good and strong, yada, yada, yada. He missed so much time. And then here we come with the update right before training camp that he is basically going to have surgery and he's going to be out for even more extended amount of time. And it is unknown exactly if he's going to be whole ever once again. And so when all of this came out, I was, definitely, praying for the guy, all of that good stuff. But it definitely made me think about another NBA point guard who was more of a star, a little bit more dazzling on a higher level, but still just a unique talent, very, very special type of player. Like I said, Lonzo just now was finding his footing as opposed to the starter who I'm comparing to, who had impact immediately. But with his impact being immediately, even still later in his years, in his still earlier, like I say, very early part of his career, still getting better part of his career, knee injury derailed him. He had surgery, thinking, okay, he'll come back, whole, yada, yada, yada. And of course he never did. And it was just all downhill from there. And the all-star Hall of Famer, style potential just completely deflated and went out of the window. And for this particular situation, I feel like we may be on the precipice of that. And I hope not at all, but we may be on the precipice of that for Lonzo Ball. And the player who I am comparing him to is Anthony Penny Hardaway. For some of y'all NBA heads, y'all probably already figured out who I was alluding to when I said an NBA point guard and then went on my whole diatribe there. But yeah, Penny Hardaway, man, he was that guy. He was, like I said, he was way more that guy than Lonzo Ball. But just still, he was a very unique talent. He was a point guard. He had a very unique athleticism. And of course, as we see with these, not all, but as we've seen time and time again, these NBA players who have this very unique ability, to move their body and manipulate, the physics, literally manipulate and bend physics and bend their body and contort themselves and hit angles and stop on dimes and, hit crazy unique crossovers and change of paces that, they end up blowing a gasket, and that's what happened with Penny Hardaway. And so we see potentially, unfortunately, something like that with Lonzo Ball. Like I said, he's not clearly nearly as dynamic, but, he's more so in like the Jason Kidd kind of archetype of player, of a point guard. And just knowing that, he has so much potential, because as we've seen him get infinitely better, the dude came from literally having a corkscrew jump shot to having a very pretty, very consistent one. And as we know, his defensive ability, due to how he knows how to uniquely use his body defensively, he's really a star on a similar kind of level to Anthony Hardaway if we really talk about it. But just as a whole package that he brings, that he was blossoming into mastering, we might be in a place where some of that, might get capped, because if he can't get this knee together, then, bye-bye, Hall of Fame potential. Sorry, Pops, hopefully Melo, can continue to carry the torch. And again, this ain't me speaking this over the guy. I'm really just saying, dang, we really are seeing some illusionary, cautionary tale, things. And I hope this isn't a road to perdition for old buddy's knee. But let's pray he continues to get well. He actually gets the the right help that he needs. He recovers, and then he gets back onto the show. High Value Basketball. Like, share, and subscribe. You dig? Peace.